Hey guys, it's Ashley, and I am in my garage again. Ever have one of those days where something is just bothering you? Not so much bothering you, but just annoying you, and you just have to get it out and vent, whether that particular person sees it or not? That's today. So if you have an issue with rants, you may just want to click out now, but I'm going to get this out one way or another. So here we go. Months back, there was a particular person in my life that I thought was a good friend of mine. And this person may or may not have been in one of my videos. We may or may not have been doing some winter activities. So anyway, it ended up coming out that the more I got to know her, well, when we first became friends, it was awesome. She was, seemed like a very sentimental, understanding, loving person, and I appreciated her for, she was very creative and into things, and she liked to talk a lot, and she was there for me numerous times, and I was for her. But the majority of our conversation went from us like getting to know each other to her spending 90% of her time bashing her best friends. 3, 4, 5, like 4 of them. And it wasn't even like it was just one comment here or there. It was like 90% of the conversation. Now, it wouldn't have been so bad if she hadn't introduced me to those said friends and those friends became my friends. And there was like a mutual annoyance with all of us with her that wasn't being spoke about with her. She has a massive fear of being misunderstood. But the thing is she wasn't being misunderstood. She is misunderstanding the way that she comes across to other people. She's the most judgmental, cynical person I've ever known in my entire life. She victimizes herself in absolutely every situation. She even says that she's right 99% of the time, which is the funniest thing I've ever heard. And like all of us agree. So she's like so close-minded, like the most close-minded person you'll ever know. And she thinks she's genius, but there's certain things she can't do that 5-year-olds can, but we won't go there. So anyway, she basically went on and on to where I could not take it anymore. I mean, she complains. She's 27, almost 28 now. Here she was just turned 27. Complaining because she lives with her mom, didn't have her car, didn't have a job or anything. Complained because her mom wanted her to do dishes and shovel the driveway when it snowed. And wasn't just complain, but like would come up with scenarios of how she's going to kill her mother. And literally had real conversations with other friends about, would you help me bury her? Like, really, really. So it's just absurd that she thinks she's correct about everything, and she loves to say that other people are childish or selfish or that they're weak and they need to grow thicker skin when she can't even suck it up and do some dishes, or like suck it up and get a job and pay for your own car, pay for your own gas, stop bumming money off of everyone you know, stop complaining you can't pay your phone bill, man up and get a job and be an adult. Anyway, 99% of our friendship was complaining all the time, every day, all day. And it wasn't just me, it was with her other friends too. And it got to the point where I couldn't handle it anymore. So one day, and she didn't know me and her other friends talked as much as we did. So one day me and her other friends were talking, and it came out that, she'd been talking a lot about me. And apparently she loved to call me her stupid friend, amongst many other things. Now, I am not by any means a scholar at all. I have a learning disability, I have dyslexia, and I have dyscalculia, so I see like numbers and letters backwards, and so things are harder for me. My grammar is absolutely horrible. It's horrendous. And you know what? It doesn't make me a bad person. But you know what makes her a bad person? Loving to point out other people's flaws and not saying how extremely flawed she is herself, and how much her opinions don't matter at all to any of us that she's ranting to. It's like a big joke. So anyway, they told me that, and I was like, you know what? That's it. I let them know what she'd been saying about them. And we all just talked, and then like we called each other on the phone, and we found out like all these things. She has no understanding of privacy for anybody, of anything. She has no compassion, no heart. She's absolutely the most cold and socially ignorant person I have ever known. And it is just hysterical to me that her go-to now, after all this happened and she lost all of her friends, she says that I'm her like villain. I like ruined her life. And by the way, thank you so much for giving me that much power over your life that you were obsessing about me still X amount of months later and still talking about me. Get over yourself. So the fact of the matter is I was over it. Apparently her friends were like, had been trying to distance themselves from her and they were basically over her anyway. I just pointed it out and they pointed out to me it was inevitable. What's gonna be will be, like someone just said. So it's like it would have happened regardless, but if she would rather blame me than take responsibility for her own actions, which is basically the story of her life because she can't take responsibility for anything. She always has to put things on other people because she's a child. Then go ahead, blame me all you want. But, you know, people have just randomly up and popped out of your life before because you're like this. They did again, and they will continue to do so until you take that email that I sent you to heart and actually change your life. And I'm sure things probably aren't any different this many months later for her, but things are great for me and her friends. Here I'm about to graduate college, went on to a totally different degree than I even intended on. I've lost 30 pounds in a couple months. I'm doing it like amazing. I'm knocking out all my goals. I've got my cars. We've got our house. I mean, things are great for me. And for her friends, they've recently came out and they live together now and they are doing amazing. They have big plans. And it's just like, she missed everything because she was so damn hell-bent on being right and on complaining about everyone. And in the end, all she's going to end up is forever alone because she doesn't know how to deal with people and she doesn't know how to be an adult and she doesn't know how to grow up and put her big girl panties on, wipe her own ass, and take care of her own business. Instead, she's too invested in poking her nose into other people's business and giving her unwanted opinions. And I'll tell you right now, she can take her opinion and shove it up the dirty butt because no one wants to hear it. It is absolutely ridiculous. This girl, the things that she says, that she truly in her head thinks are real. I was recently, honestly, like I had not thought of her, I don't know, maybe 2 times, only when I was like looking back through journals in the past however many months, until I was recently approached by someone else in her life that got tired of her. Apparently, she found out that this person is friends with me, and she told her that she had to choose. Well, it didn't go in this person's favor because they did not choose her. Because only an ignorant person makes someone else choose sides. Again, childish. So after that happened, like it just like resurfaced like all these like ridiculous thoughts I had in my head, and I thought it was hysterical that she is still obsessing and still talking about me on a daily basis. Like, stop talking about me. Get my name out of your dirty mouth and like grow up and get a life, because I like can't even deal with like the humor in this. So basically me and the friends and everyone got a big kick out of all of this drama again, and so I'm the villain. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know how evil and stupid I am? I have a 4.0 and I'm actually going to be using the diploma that I'm going to be getting, but you know, I'm so stupid. Tell you what, when she's reached half the things I have, then she can judge me. But that's not going to happen. So anyway, thank you for listening to my rants. Sometimes there are certain people that think that they are like spun from heaven and they are God's gift to earth and they can do no wrong, and they love to be the victim and try to put you down to make themselves feel better, because deep down they know that they are not achieving the things that they wanted to do in their life, and they know that they are not getting to where they want to be. So they spend all of their time manipulating other people and putting other people down because it makes them feel superior. But in the end, those people end up forever alone. So don't put up with these people. If you have someone like X person in your life, get rid of them. Move on. It is so not worth it. Our lives have been so much better without her. We're about to go to a like a big pumpkin farm like by my house and go on doing all these things, and we were like, this is gonna be so much better without her like dictating every single move that we make. Like, we're incapable of doing it. It's just, seriously, our lives are 100% better without her, and she is still talking about us every day. So honestly, I feel sorry for her. I pray for her. I hope that she gets her shit together and that she changes before she literally ends up completely alone forever, because right now they are dropping like flies, and it's going to continue to happen that way as long as she continues to obsess about other people and not change her own life. The end.